Zendaya. She has proved to us that this is her year. She is great in Dune Part 2, but man, in movie roles, this is definitely her best role that I've ever seen her in. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is Brinker, and today I'm going to review the latest sports romantic drama, Challenges. This movie is directed by Luca Guadagnino, who directed movies like Call Me By Your Name and Bones and All, and this movie stars Zendaya, Mike Faist, and Josh O'Connor. Tashi, a former tennis prodigy turned coach, is married to a champion on a losing streak. Her strategy for her husband's redemption takes a surprising turn when he must face off against his former best friend and Tashi's former boyfriend. I think Luca Guadagnino does two of the most unique romance films that I've seen. Call Me By Your Name is great, and of course, Bones and All. One of the most unique romance films that I've seen in a while. So I was excited for this film. Luca Guadagnino is a really good filmmaker. He directs some great films, and he has his own unique style within it. So I was interested to see how it goes in this film. And also the cast. Zendaya, I love Zendaya. She is such a great actress right now. She was great in Dune Part 2. With, of course, Mike Faist from West Side Story. I love him. Loved him in that movie with Josh O'Connor as well, which honestly, I have not seen that actor before. So I'm really excited to see these three main leads carrying this movie. And man, guys, I gotta say, I am so happy I saw two great movies that day. I saw Abigail, and then later on I saw Challenges. But literally, Challenges is seriously another masterpiece that came out in 2024. I think what really carries this movie, honestly, is the three main leads, especially Zendaya. She has proved to us that this is her year. She is great in Dune Part 2, but man, in movie roles, this is definitely her best role that I've ever seen her in. She is so freaking good in this movie from an emotional standpoint, from her characteristics. She's got it all in this movie, and she knows what she's doing when it comes to performance-wise, and I think she is really great in this movie. But I gotta say also, Mike Faist and Josh O'Connor, those two are incredible in this movie. Mike Faist, I love him in West Side Story. I thought he performed his role really freaking well in that movie. This movie, he is fantastic. But I gotta say also, Josh O'Connor, I haven't seen him, like I said, in a movie before. I haven't seen him in anything. Man, give this guy a break. He is so good in this film. And what I love about these three characters in the film, they are flawed people. They do bad things in this film. But somehow this movie, you like these characters in a way because of performance-wise, and it's a very impossible thing to do. But somehow this movie done it. Those three main leads in the film are incredible in this film, and they definitely carried this film from start to finish. And literally, I was enjoying them three from start to finish. Also, the cinematography of this film is incredible, especially when it comes to the tennis scenes. These are seriously the most intense tennis scenes that I have seen in a film, and that's thanks to the cinematography of this film, because this film centers around on this tennis match between Mike Faist and Josh O'Connor with Zendaya watching. And yes, the film time jumps from back and forth from the past to the present before the match even happens. And this match, after you see these backstories, every time it cuts back to the match, it gets more intense, it gets more reasonings, and it gets me more invested. And especially when it comes to the shots of the tennis match. You notice in the film, each of the tennis match that Mike Faist and Josh O'Connor are doing, they go from different shots. Like one of them is widescreen, one of them is just on the perspective of a ball, one of them is just first person perspective. And I love how unique these shots are in the tennis matches. And not just, Mike Faist and Josh O'Connor, just the rest of the tennis match in general. They made it so intense in this movie that made me feel so entertained from it from start to finish. But just the overall story, this movie is sexy, is spicy, but also really riveting and very intense. There are some really intense moments in this film that I was not expecting. And Luca Guadagnino's direction with this film is seriously incredible, because normally when it comes to love triangles in movies, I'm not a huge fan of it. This movie seriously does love triangles right, because you don't choose a side in this film. Each side has a different reasonings. And I really appreciate that about this film. It's very intense, it's very riveting, but also fun when it comes to the tennis scenes, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time. This is seriously a movie that knows exactly what it wants from its viewers. We want a compelling story with really good characters that also are very intense characters with great casting that brings the performances up to the level. And man, Luca Guadagnino, he needs to get nominated for Best Director of this movie. Also, the stars on the movie, they need to get nominated for something, especially Zendaya. This is honestly her year. I think this movie proves that she is literally one of the better young actresses working today. The more movies she does, the performances get better and better from her. Even from Faist and Josh O'Connor, the three main leads is what really carries the film for me, with also really intense and riveting tennis matches, and even the editing of this film when the film does time jumps. It did it right. It did it at the right moments at the right time. And also the score of this film is fantastic. The score is one of the most unique scores that I've seen this entire year. It goes from a score where you're not expecting it to be this way. It goes from this techno 90s beat. And at first I'm just like, okay, that's very odd, but it completely works in this film. They use that score throughout the tennis matches and even just some intense staring and arguments. It really works in this film and it creates some of the best scores that I've seen this entire year. This movie needs to be nominated for Best Original Score. Seriously, this movie definitely is an early Oscar contender movie, and I think Luca Guadagnino literally directed this movie extremely well. And out of the three, I think this is definitely his best film that he's done. Overall, guys, I couldn't find a single problem with challenges from start to finish. This film is seriously one of the better movies that I've seen this year. Man, with Dune Part 2, and Civil War, and this movie, man, we already have 3 great movies that came out this year. The performances of this film is outstanding from Zendaya, Faist, Josh O'Connor. Those 3 leads are fantastic. The drama, the love triangle is really well done in this film, with some of the most intense tennis matches that I've seen in a film. The stuff that happens in the film, it was very intense, it's spicy, it's sexy, but it just brings everything to the table. Luca Guadagnino's direction of the film is fantastic. The score, the editing is really well done from start to finish. This is definitely a movie. This is a movie that we needed right now. This is a great original love triangle story with some really awesome tennis scenes. So overall, guys, definitely go see Challenges as soon as possible, because I would say Challenges is a masterpiece. Man, we're getting some great movies that came out this year so far. Hopefully this year keeps it up. Guys, that is my review for Challenges. Let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Do you like the movie, hate the movie, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.